and I saw the reception lady holding a torch, and my heart just sank. And I thought, oh no, is there a power cut?
Malapascua, a small island just 30 minutes away from the north coast of Cebu in the Philippines, is extremely famous for its guaranteed encounter with thresher sharks. But did you know that you can also snorkel with dozens of baby blacktip sharks there? How about its pristine beaches and amazing island life? On top of scuba diving, Malapascua has so much more to offer. If you're planning or thinking about visiting the island, make sure to stay until the end of the video, as I share with you guys things that I've learned from my trip to the island and all the incredible moments I had.
Hey everyone, it's Vincy here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the second part of my Malapascua Island series. In the last episode, I showed you guys how to get to Malapascua Island and what it's like scuba diving there. If you haven't seen it, I've put a link up here, so make sure to go check it out. I've noticed that a lot of the YouTube videos out there tend to focus on what scuba diving is like at Malapascua Island, but not many really show you what the island and the people there are like. So in this video, I want to show you guys what the island life there is like, the food there, some of the very interesting and funny moments that I had, and hidden places and activity that you could do on the island that not many people know about. So Malapascua is a place that's very laid back and peaceful. All the locals there are so friendly. Everyone just seems to know everyone. There are always kids running around, people sitting outside of their houses, just chatting to each other. It's like the typical village life. Everything there just seems so much simpler and slower. It's such a refreshing change from the fast-paced life in Hong Kong and London that I'm used to. Most things happen on the south side of the island. That's where you'll find most of the hotels, restaurants and shops, and that's where most of the travelers, including myself, stay. The shops there are quite simple and basic. They're mostly for your basic essentials like local convenience store, fruit stores, pharmacy, laundry services. And because there are no big roads on the island, motorbike is the main form of public transport. But to be honest, because the island is so tiny, everywhere is so easily walkable. I think during my 10-day stay on the island, I only used the motorbike once. And the locals mainly depend on tourism and fishing there. And because of this, the beaches on the south side of the island are usually packed with fishing and dive boats. So in my opinion, if you're looking for a quiet afternoon just to lay on the beach, this part of the island is not really the place to be because it could get quite noisy and busy.
Happy breakfast.
But don't worry, I'll let you know later in the video a secret beach that you can go to on the island for you to escape the crowds. Eating on the island can be very affordable. I think I spend on average 1,500 pesos each day on meals. There are hotels and Western restaurants, mostly on the beachfront, if that's what you prefer, but they are slightly more expensive than the local restaurants. I usually got my breakfast from them because I like starting my day with an ocean view, and their food preparation time is just a lot quicker than local restaurants. And that always helps because I'm always running late in the mornings. And for other meals, I love going to local restaurants because I just find their cooking way more authentic, and I think it's one of the best ways to experience local culture. On the high street of Malapascua, you'll find this type of local restaurants where they'll have all the pre-cooked food in trays, and basically you can just tell the owner what you want and you only be charged for example, the piece of chicken and the scoop of rice that you asked for. The food is so delicious and is so good for value. And because these restaurants are usually family run, you always find kids running around. And in my case, their dog even came to nap on my lap. It was just so wholesome. In the evenings, most people like to hang out at the market, which is the central square of Malapascua Island, where you find a lot of local restaurants selling barbecue meat, seafood and vegetables. They would have everything displayed on the counter, and all you have to do is pick out what you want. The food was honestly so good. It makes me so hungry now just talking about it. Oh, and don't forget about Filipino mangoes. They are the best. Okay, we've finally got to the most exciting part of this video. Everyone knows about scuba diving with thresher sharks at Malapascua Island, right? It's not a secret. But not many people know that you can also snorkel with dozens of baby blacktip sharks there. So the snorkeling spot is at the beach next to Blanco Beach Resort's restaurant. It is open to the public. You don't have to be a guest at the hotel to go there. I had no idea about this before going out there. I tried Googling it whilst making this video, but there's just barely any information online. It just randomly came up in conversations when I was chatting with other travelers. So I can conclude that this is the true hidden gem of Malapascua Island. I've dove with a number of different kinds of sharks in my life, but swimming with baby blacktip sharks and dozens of them, it was honestly just so magical. It was unreal. It was literally, hands down, one of the best experiences I've had in my life. Like I said earlier in the video, the beaches on the south side of Malapascua aren't really that quiet and peaceful, but you should definitely check out the beaches on the north side. It's a 30 minutes walk from the south side, or if you're lazy like me, you can always get a motorbike over for 50 pesos and you'll be there in 10 minutes. Along the way, you see local houses and kids playing around, which is so nice. The main beach on the north side is called the North Beach. When we went there, there were quite a lot of locals dancing and doing their usual karaoke. We decided that it was a little bit too noisy for our liking, and it was totally by chance that we found this hidden gem called Gugma Beach. It is literally 5 minutes walk from the North Beach, and we had the whole thing, literally the whole beach to ourselves for the entire afternoon. Apart from the occasional boat passing by, it was so quiet and peaceful. It was literally like heaven on earth. So we found this secret, secluded beach. There's literally no one here. It's amazing. The beach all to ourselves. And the weather is so nice today. I love it. So for the nightlife on Malapascua Island, like I mentioned earlier, the night market is where most people hang out and chill in the evenings. There are a few karaoke bars around there, so you get to enjoy some free Filipino live singing while you eat. Karaoke is a huge part of Filipino culture. I can't guarantee that the singing is great, but I wish I had that confidence and energy. If you want somewhere more laid back and chill, I recommend going to this beachfront restaurant called VillaPotenciana. They are reggae themed and does live music evenings. The evening that I went, they invited a few local musicians to perform, and they were all amazing. It's just a really nice place to chill after a whole day of diving, having a drink under the stars, listening to some good music, and having the ocean wave sounds in the background. It's so, so nice. New Year's on the island. There was a DJ on the beach, there were fireworks, people were dancing, drinking, even skinny dipping. I'm not the biggest drinker, so after a while I just wandered off to a quieter part of the beach and did some stargazing. So I think Malapascua is great in the sense that there's something for everyone. There are places to go if you want a big party night out, or bars that you can go chill, have a drink and listen to some good music, or you can simply just sit on the beach and stargaze for a quiet night if that's what you prefer. There were a lot of interesting and unforgettable moments during my stay on Malapascua, and one of them has to be the day with the power cut. So it happened once during my stay on the island, and it was after a full day of diving. I was back at my hotel just really looking forward to a hot, nice shower, right? I went back to my room, tried to turn on the lights, but they wouldn't come on. So I went to the reception and I saw the reception lady holding a torch, and my heart just sank. And I thought, oh no, is there a power cut? Basically, the whole island was out of electricity, and because the hotel's hot shower depended on the electricity, there was only cold water in the shower now. I think in the end I waited for over an hour for the electricity to come back on because I was so adamant about having this nice warm shower. I think some higher end hotels must have their own backup generators, but because I was staying at a budget hotel, there wasn't any. It was annoying, but I think in the end I just ended up talking to the hotel owner for over an hour listening to his life stories, so it was great. Another thing I found quite interesting about the island is that almost every household had at least one rooster tied to a stand outside of the houses. Apparently they were raised for cockfighting, which is one of the main entertainments for the locals there, and for some reason they just love to crow together all at once. Also, there was one time I was on my way to the north side of the island. I was walking, right, because I wanted to check out the beaches over there. Suddenly, a local motorbike driver just pulled up next to me and asked where I was going. And I was like, I'm fine walking, I'm just going to check out the North Beach. And he said he was on his way there and he basically offered me a free ride. It was so lovely. I think the motorbike driver's name is Andy, so shout out to Andy. Woohoo! After spending 10 days on Malapascua Island, I was so sad to leave. This place is an absolute gem. Just half an hour away from busy Cebu, and you're in this entirely different world. You've got the sharks and amazing marine life in the ocean, crystal clear blue water, amazing food, white sand beaches, and people there are just so nice and kind. It literally felt like heaven on earth, and I was so sad about leaving. Whether or not you're into scuba diving, I highly recommend going to Malapascua Island, and you definitely not regret it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for staying until the end. If you like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!